Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala sayyidil anbiya wal mursaleen wa ba'd. There's a request for du'as. Sheikh Ismail, local young alim, is currently feeling unwell. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him shifa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him a speedy recovery, inshallah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. As we draw closer to the days of Hajj, some of us will be fortunate enough to go and participate, while for many of us, we may not be going. We may have gone in the past, or we may never have gone before. But regardless of whether we're going, not going, whether it's the first time, second time, third time, Imam Ghazali reminds us that although performing Hajj, performing Umrah, going to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is important, let's never forget that these are ultimately means of getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I could be in front of the Kaaba and doing tawaf, but my mind is ghafil from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How many times, if anybody's gone for Umrah, you'll see somebody's on their phone and they're busy talking to other people, or they're busy scrolling and reading and doing things where you're right in front of the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one time you're meant to be disconnected, you're connected to everything else. Whereas other people, they haven't stepped foot in the haram once in their lives, but every morning their heart is connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When they're praying salah, they visualize the Kaaba. When they're at home, they think about the house of Allah. Whenever they're outside, their heart is always connected to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those of us who may be fortunate enough to go to perform Hajj, let's be mindful that this is an opportunity to connect to Allah. You know, one of the unfortunate realities of the world that we live in today is everything is becoming spoiled for us. That I already saw the Hajj on YouTube, or I saw pictures. And so when you see something for the first time, in the past, somebody is like 40, 50 years old, they've never seen the haram, they maybe saw black and white pictures, or they don't know these things. And when they go the first time, they have such a deep found appreciation. For us, when we go, we just feel like it's a adi, that, oh, you know, I saw this before, I just came for Umrah. No, this is an opportunity for us to really connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those of us who are staying back, that's fine. It's still going to be the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. It's going to be very blessed days where fasting is important and the ibadah at night is very valuable. So no matter which situation we find ourselves in, we should always be reconnected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we're in the house of Allah, we're being invited to the house of Allah, then our level of consciousness needs to be higher. And if we haven't gotten the call, we always pray that one day we do get the call, but while we're here, our hearts are still in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspire us to follow the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi salam, to learn the rights of the Hajj, and to live my life in the way that the Hujjaj live their lives, with simplicity, with connection to Allah, and avoiding what is unlawful. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.